YouTube, hey, it's your boy, the Bad Wolf. All right, so this is part two of minimum wage versus McDonald's. And it's not just McDonald's, so I'm not just pointing out them. I'm talking about all the corporations out there, that are basically profiting a lot of money and not sharing it down the pipeline, which, like I said in the first video, it's really up to the CEO and the executives to decide if that's what they want to do. But let's talk about some of the stuff that you're getting that you don't even realize you have access to, but you just want more money because more money sounds great, right? All right, so I happen to know because of an ex of mine who I helped go from an assistant manager to a manager, to managing multiple stores, and has since taken that education and on-the-job training and actually gone on to a new career making a lot more money. All right, so the benefits. Let's talk about the fact that, and we're just going to point out McDonald's because they're right there. By no way am I affiliated or disrespecting them, just keeping it real. But you have the benefit of going to school through McDonald's. They will pay some of your tuition, some of your costs, things of that nature. So when you're talking about you want more money because it's hard to live, these people are offering to help you go to school. Some of you can ask your mom or dad right now for 20 bucks and they're going to be like, no, but here's McDonald's willing to pay for some of the costs of your school. All right, let's talk about their relief fund. All right, did you know, which if you read through your handbook, you might know some of these things, or if you contacted your manager or their regional manager, or even contacted the head office. There's things like a relief fund where if you're distressed and you can't afford your bills or you lost your apartment or whatever in a fire, there's funds that they have that will help you get back on your feet. Okay, these are benefits, all right, that maybe some of them you don't need all the time, but they're there if you need them. So I'm not saying it makes up for not having another $5 or $10 an hour technically, but there's a lot of people out there who could use a lot of that and don't have access to that because they don't work for McDonald's, that place where you're not making a whole lot of money. Let's talk about if you've got cancer or some medical conditions. They have the Ronald McDonald House, okay, where kids and people can go to get treated. And there's all kind of other things and benefits that are in your handbooks that these people never even read. They don't, I don't use that stuff. I'm young. I'm impervious to all this stuff, so I don't need it. What about retirement, 401k? Okay, these are things that you can put money in there, and some of them match your money for your retirement. Oh, well, that's a long time away. I don't really need that now. Okay, yeah, but if you put money in there now, you can take it out. Yeah, there's a penalty, but you have money that some of them will match. So not only are you getting your money back, but some of them are willing to put money, match what you're putting in there, or a percentage. Okay, let's move on. So you do get at least yearly reviews. I know that for a fact because I used to watch her do the yearly reviews, and she would talk about which employees made the best help schedules, always were there on time, didn't come in late, didn't give her a hard time, weren't on their cell phones when they're at work, weren't complaining about not being able to be on their cell phones. Or let's talk about the fact that there used to be free food for McDonald's for all employees. So they lost a lot of food just feeding you guys for free. Okay, now I think most of them, unless you're like a private one, they've gone to a percentage. So you get discounted food there. So when you're eating those McNuggets and shakes and buying food for your friends and taking some food home for your family, but you're complaining you're only getting $7 or $10 an hour, you want 15. The food's not free. I mean, yes, in a wholesale market, they do get that food discounted, but they're losing money when they're not selling it for full price. Oh, but that's a benefit I get. Yeah, it's a benefit you get because they don't pay you top dollar. If you removed all those benefits, then yeah, they can pay you $15 an hour. And if they pay you $15 an hour, you're going to be like, well, how come I don't get free food or discounted clothing? Well, but you do when you're down here. Do you understand? Some people don't seem to understand this. There's a give and a take, a plus and a minus. If you the system is like a spider web that you're in, okay? If you pull this piece, it's going to mess up another piece over here. Oh, but the CEOs, you know, they're making that profit. You're right, you're right. And some of that profit also goes to the government, it goes to investors, it goes to stockholders, which brings me up to another thing. If you want to make more money, take some of the money you're making now and reinvest it in McDonald's, because if they are being profitable, they will then repay you back through stock dividends. Did I lose you? Okay, hopefully not. If you put money into the company stock and they do good, which means you're basically working to help them do better, which then helps you to make more money, it's a real thing. Okay, so if you put the time in and the work, you'll get paid more. Okay, it's not just because, hey, I'm Bob and I showed up, I should get paid more. Okay, whereas Steve and James and, you know, whoever have been there, they've been there on time, they're not on their phones, they're not causing problems, they're not coming late, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, okay, which is being at their job. That's what you're paid to do. They're not complaining about, oh, I should be able to rock my beard. How come I can't rock my beard here? You can't rock your beard there, which I think some places you can, depends. Or earrings or my tattoos all over my face, because they're trying to present a certain professional corporate image. Now, some of that has bent and some of that has changed because of the times and because of the areas and corporates like, hey, we're going to be more modern. But that would be like me coming to your house and saying, hey, you should, yeah, I know you paid me to mow your lawn, but now that I'm inside, you should let me walk around in my real short shorts. And what else do I want while I'm here? Like, bro, I'm only paying you here to do the lawn. Oh, yeah, but let me just be on my phone while I'm mowing your lawn. I'm gonna mow real slow, like, I'll get it done probably in, you know, a little something. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm paying you to mow my lawn, get the lawn done. So it's the same thing, okay? It's always interesting when it's you asking and begging and pulling money from someone else, but then when it's happening to you, it's whoa, slow up, brah, slow up, okay? So these are things you guys need to keep in mind when you're talking about this. But like I said, I know the struggle's real. You know what I mean? Like, I've bought businesses, lost businesses, sold businesses. I'm redoing my business right now. You know, jamesclovett.com. JamesClovett.com. All right, so I'm online. I'm rebuilding mine. You know, and like I said, this is from somebody who's had employees and all that. You know, so I know what it's like to be at the bottom and at the middle and at the top. Okay, and right now I'm back at the middle, so I'm back on the hustle, all right? So if you want to get ahead, you have to give them a reason to want to pay you more. Now, the minimum wage will rise because of the cost of living, but if you want to get ahead sooner, you have to work for it. Get your education game on. You know, ask for a six month review. If you sit back and just go, oh, they ain't paying me nothing, say, hey, do we do 3-month reviews, 6-month reviews, yearly reviews? Ask for that. Ask your manager, what do I need to do to get ahead, to be better, to make more money? Cha-ching. All right. And if you're not doing these things, have you redone your resume since you've been there? No, probably haven't, because you got the job to which you agreed to that pay when you started that job. Okay. When I had employees and I first took over my daycare, first thing I did was gave everybody a raise. I wanted to start off everything new. I didn't care what you did, what you didn't do. I'm gonna give everybody a small raise, fair across the board. From there, you have to earn it. That's what I did. Okay. That's me as a CEO at that point in time. Didn't have to do it. Did it. Did the employees like it? Yeah. Did they work harder? No. Did any of them ever come to me and say, hey, what can I do to improve? Nobody but my manager. What can I do to make more money? Nah. Did any of them pick up a mop and sweep extra, or come up with new signage, or ask me, hey, do you think we can market like this? Can I pass out some flyers? Let me find a way to help the business make money so that I know you'll have more money to pay me more money. No, they just assume I had tons of money because I bought the company. Now, I'm not McDonald's, so my budget was a lot smaller than theirs. So can McDonald's do it? Yeah. And here's my challenge to the CEOs of these companies. All right. I don't remember the name of the guy, but there's a guy down in Florida who was a CEO, a multimillionaire, and gave all of his people like $20,000 or $30,000 at the end of the year because he was a millionaire and he could afford to do that to and for all of his people. That's awesome. So for all you big CEOs and executives out there making $100,000 or $1 million or whatever a year, and you're not paying your employees like that much, how about a 6-month or 8 or 1 year bonus just out of the blue? Okay, like here's $1,000, or here's 1% of what we made in our profit sharing, or as the company gets over whatever your market, say $500,000, anything over $500,000, we will split with everybody in the company, or per store or per area. And I know for a fact that some other places do this. So that's my challenge to the people on top, is to do these things. Also, you want to know why some of these places, don't pay people a whole lot? Because there's people in your company who steal. Now, we all know the people around us who steal food and money out of the drawer because the drawer's short. And come in late. That costs the company money. Okay, somebody has to be paid. That manager now has to come in early or stay later. And I know for a fact there was plenty of times where my ex didn't come home late because she had to cover somebody else's shift, or she had to go in early, which costs us family time. All right, so for all those people who steal, you think it doesn't really affect or bother anybody. It's just simple money that you're stealing from the company. It trickles. It goes somewhere. All right. And so just like you at this company, not saying you personally, but let's say one of your employees, because we know you don't steal. You steal time, you steal napkins, you steal food, you steal money out of the drawer, whatever it is. Maybe you're not doing it, but the next person is, and you don't want to be a snitch, so you let it go. But then they get fired, and now you're covering some of their shifts. You have to work harder. Or you go to the next company, and they pay you a little bit more because now you've taken your skills and stuff from McDonald's to Burger King or wherever else, and now you're making a little bit more money. But they don't want to pay you too much more than that. You know why? Because the place you took was probably because somebody left there or they got fired for stealing. All right. Companies always find a way to bandage their losses. But once again, at the end of the day, you're right. They're still making tons of profit. Millions upon billions of dollars these companies are making. So once again, I'm not saying you guys shouldn't get your game up and try to move these things forward in the industry, but just be aware that there are ramifications and repercussions. But where you're trying to go is a good thing. But remember this, as you make more money, okay, so let's say McDonald's just goes, hey, here's more money. Bang, now you're rocking $15 an hour. All right, you go out, probably not going to invest it. You're going to buy more crap, which supports the industry. But then McDonald's goes, well, I want to make more money. So then they go, let's raise the prices a little bit. All right. So now your plumber guy goes out to buy McDonald's, and it's like $1 more or whatever for that same burger. He's like, oh man, it's costing me more to go to lunch. I'm going to have to raise my prices. So then he raises his prices. So now when your kid puts some G.I. Joes or some Legos down the toilet and they get stuck, you call the plumber. Plumber's like, $150 an hour. Wow, what? Hey, yeah, that's just what it costs. And you're like, man, that is outrageous. So now you're less money. So then you go back to work, I need more money. And the plumber guy's like, hey, I'm pretty happy. But because of McDonald's, now all of a sudden, the CEO of whatever, let's just say it's the flooring company, he goes to McDonald's, it's more expensive for him to eat, and he's like, man, they didn't went up on their prices. Maybe I should go up a little bit up on mine. So now when your floor is wrecked or ruined, or you get a little bit more money and you're like, hey, let me put a new floor in, and then they're like, oh yeah, that's $4 a square foot. Yeah, because it's a web. It all is a trickling effect. That's why the government and all these other companies try to keep their prices low, and they're paying low to maintain the status whoa. Whoa. So that's why. That's why, like, even with our gold reserve, we try to use our gold reserve. The government has gold, and they use it to manipulate the market, for those people who don't know, those playing the home game, to keep inflation, which is what I just talked about. That's the name for it. Okay? The economy will skyrocket. Everybody will lift and raise their prices to accommodate the other person who's raising their prices. They all know it, so they all try to keep the prices down. Okay? But keep in mind, all these places still have to pay taxes and accounting and fees and this and that. And even when you leave the company, you're taking their skills and going on to a new place. You didn't have these skills. You acquired these skills from them. You took their money, their product, and it's now a benefit to you. All right? But there's a hole. All right? And it takes time to fill that, because they have to have somebody go and find, they have to have HR go and find more people. They have to be interviewed. That takes time and money. They have to be trained. Takes time and money. They have to get uniforms and do modules and all this other stuff. Takes time and money. But you already took that and went to the new place. And now they don't have to do so much of that with you, because you already know how the system works. Okay? So you're actually walking away with a lot more things than you think you are, and you actually have access to a lot more things than you know. So like I said, I'm not saying stop, no, and don't go ask for more money, but just be aware that there are some things built in that you're not utilizing and that you're not aware of. So the CEOs, once again, I put that challenge out there to all of you guys. Hey, it's just me, so I'm just throwing it out there on YouTube. I want to thank the people who have watched the videos. So don't forget to hit that bell, like, and subscribe button. I appreciate it. And some people gave me some positive feedback. Some people didn't like what I had to say, but hey, it's YouTube. It is what it is. Pretty sure not everybody likes what you have to say either. I'm just trying to stimulate your mind so that you're more aware of things. I really don't care about your negative opinions, positive opinions, thank you. But even that, I'm just trying to get you to open your mind to be a little bit more knowledgeable. All right. So, as they say in Latin, tabula rasa, which means start off with a clean slate. All right. So look at things with fresh eyes and be more aware. Know thyself. All right. Know what's going on in the world. But like I said, CEOs, get your game together. You guys can do a lot better than what you're doing. You don't necessarily have to start off everybody with super high pay, but give them a yearly incentive. Give them a reason to want to be around at the end of the year. You know, be like, hey, if everybody does this, anything over this amount, like I said before, we split, you know, or we get a percentage of, you know what I mean? But, and here's one more thing. All right. So another benefit you guys have, and you're like, oh, let me make my $7, $10 an hour and stuff. There's a lot of people, first of all, who aren't making any money. There's a lot of people out there who wish they had your job or your income. But one of the things, too, and this is what the ex went through, if you decide to move from wherever you are out there in YouTube land as an employee of McDonald's, like I said, I'm just picking on them at the moment, you can go to Alaska and pretty much have a job as soon as you get there and not have to worry about it. And I think they have a moving fund or assistance fund to help you. So you can go to Nantucket, Canada, they got McDonald's. Mexico, got McDonald's. Texas, got McDonald's. Europe, got McDonald's. Russia, got McDonald's. All right. And have a job as soon as you pretty much get there. All right. So I'm just saying, if you didn't know, now you know. All right. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to hit that bell, like, and subscribe. Just my perspective. Support the cause, everybody. All right.